Woo-wee! Welcome back to another episode of Sneaker Battle. I am your host, Tony Mui, and today we are putting the client up against the supplier. In one corner, he's a marksman with the airbrush, your favorite celebrity sneaker customizer, one of the realest to do it. Dan Gamache, aka Mache Custom Kicks, is here to battle. And in the other corner, I sense trouble in paradise. He's a WWE Superstar and a member of the longest reigning tag team champions, the New Day. Flying in from the top turnbuckle, Kofi Kingston is here to battle. And of course, back like a pair of cool gray 11s, my guy Jose is here to provide secondary market prices to give the viewers some insight on how these sneakers either are appreciated or depreciated over time. So, Kofi, obviously you're familiar with Mache's work. As a matter of fact, he supplied you with some of your wrestling kicks. What is the game plan going into this battle?
It's funny because I read battle and I was like, battle? Like Mache has made the majority of my custom kicks, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just gonna show what I got, you know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to sneakers, I like what I like. Some of these sneakers will be sneakers that Mache created, I guarantee you that.
Mache, you've been going crazy with the airbrush these last several weeks. What can we expect today?
Well, a little bit of diversity, because I mean, one of the things is people know me for the custom shoes, but I'm also a very big collector. I mean, I've been collecting shoes for as long as I bought my first pair of Jordan 5s mowing lawns in 1990. So I got a pretty diverse thing, and you're gonna see some stuff that you may have never seen or some things you may have seen, and just a little diversity, that's all.
Gentlemen, the rules are simple. This is a 5-round bout. Each round will tackle a different category. Both battlers will show off their shoes at the same time from the count of 3. And with that said, let us begin. Round 1, show off your wildest sneaker. In 3, 2, 1, show.
Oh no!
I had to come hype these right out the gate.
So right now we got some Fila Original Fitness, but these are sneakers that if you look at the logo, they say New Day on the back. So this was myself, Woods, and E, my tag team partners. We got our own sneaker. These commemorate the 483 tag team championship title reign, the longest record in the history of WWE. And there are only 483 of these made in the world.
Everyone watching this knows what these are. Chunky Donkeys, you know the deal. Wore them the first day I got them. You know, they're already got all creased up and got some dirt on the bottom on Warrior shoes. They're just crazy. I mean, anything that has cow fur and whatever, I'm in. I mean, especially anything with me, I'm a sucker for it.
So we got these John Geigers. I believe these are the 002s. You got it matching your shirt.
Yeah.
So I got the lows, and I also got the highs. Storytelling is huge, right? So I just respect his story. He was trying to do some stuff with Nike, had so many great just like sneaker designs and ideas and kind of kept getting the runaround. And he said, you know what? F it. I'm gonna make my own shoe, and now he's making these designer kicks. And in the highs and the lows, and particularly like I'm really obsessed with tie-dye. I keep eyeing Mache's shirt, you know what I'm saying? You got that tie-dye on too.
These are a pair of bespoke Air Max 1s that I made at Nike Lab. The outside has no swooshes with the quilted, and then the insides have different double swooshes and patent leather and materials. And then on the back, you got the upside down swoosh, and you got my signature lasered in there.
All right, Jose, talk to me.
I'll start with you, Kofi. Those Original Fitness, the New Day editions, are going for around $350 on average. There's definitely way more value to them if it's something that was made for you guys. So, this is almost on like the priceless edge, but there are some pairs out there that I'm seeing. So kudos to that, and kudos to getting your own shoe. That's a dream. And then if we're talking about top rope prices, this Chunky Dunk is going through the roof right now. It's $1,700 on average with some prices as high as $2,000, and I'm seeing a lot of high bids out there.
Round 2, show off your best sneaker to drop kick someone. In 3, 2, 1, show. Yo.
WrestleMania in Dallas, Shane McMahon had a cage match against The Undertaker in a very famous scene of him jumping off the top of the cage on top of Taker. He was wearing these specially made Jordan 30s Me and Shane happen to be the same size. He's another member of the Mache gang, and these are usually on display in my shop, but I brought them home today just for this because I knew, gotta represent Shane O'Mac with these.
Bruh, we got these Jeremy Scotts, you know what I'm saying? The JS Bears. It's not just about winning matches. It's about doing it with style and also a little bit of embarrassment, thrust on your opponent. So what I'm saying, man, is like it's bad enough to go on a national television, international television, and get beat up. But if you get beat up by a dude wearing these sneakers, bro, what? You can't go home. We going back to Jeremy Scott, baby. Jeremy Scott, same concept with the leopards, okay? And the same thing right here with the white tigers. Same thing. Pretty much anything Jeremy Scott. I mean, come on, man. This is degradation at its finest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Imagine getting drop kicked with the Gabriel Uris lace lock on the head. Nah. As people know, he released the Watch of Throne 15 based off the 9, and then there was the Friends and Family Gold 9. And as soon as I got these, I turned them gold. And I was just like, these are one-on-ones. And I know a couple other custom artists did it after the fact.
All right, Jose, talk to me.
All right, Mache, I'll start with you on this one. That is a priceless sneaker, in my opinion. We're not seeing many pairs on there. Obviously, the price is up to you, so kudos to that. And then for that Jeremy Scott teddy bear, I'm seeing $190 for those.
All right, gentlemen, moving on to round 3. Show off your best custom sneaker. In 3, 2, 1, show. Oh.
Yeah, so I call Mache the custom sneaker god, okay? Because oftentimes when I come to him, it's always on short notice, and he just turns it around and gets them to me. I could have picked any of the sneakers that he's made for me over the years, but these ones in particular, we ended up wearing for WrestleMania. We had a set of gear that was paint by numbers. Over time, I started coloring these in as we were coloring our gear in, and when Mache does it, it looks a lot different. It looks a lot more crisp than this, but a little throwback and an ode to our childhood. Anybody who grew up in the 80s, late 70s, even early 90s, like you know what paint by numbers is. So for me, this was just like therapeutic, just kind of taking me back and going back and just coloring in my sneakers.
If you're a fan of the show The Simpsons, and you know the episode with Flanders and Homer, the assassin sneaker, there's a collaboration that I did with my man JBF, and we built it from scratch. We took the Bo Jackson outsole that, it resembled what it was on the assassin, and this is all, we created our own pattern on here. All Kevlar straps, even got the Homer license plate in the back. It's all suede, it's all peanut butter guts on the inside, and we just did a one-on-one. This is the first totally deconstructed Kobe 8. This was the PETA killer at the time, because it has python, shark, snake, lizard. It has faux cheetah, and actually, if you can tell, this is supposed to be a Watakobe, and all the things are all lasered in there. That's python in the logo. And this is a collaboration with, it was Relevant Customs at the time. Now it's Garrickson Studio, who does a lot of other awesome stuff. Shout out to Rich, who I know did Smoke Diz's shoe 2 weeks ago. The high top. That's family over there. So this is definitely one of the crazy ones.
Ooh.
These, if you know OBJ's cleats, we did a sole swap and put the Air Max Light 2 sole on the bottom. I still haven't worn them because I don't really know how to wear them yet, but one day I will.
I'm a big comic book guy. So this is the Red Lantern inspired sneaker. So essentially we had gear that was the Red Lantern gear when we were the New Day. We had a few with the Usos, I think in 2016, and we were very angry. And I had Mache make this kind of like a New Day unicorn, Red Lantern-esque kind of logo. But the coolest part was this here. And if you're a comic book fan, you know this cover. It's the Green Lantern cover, essentially when Hal Jordan went nuts because the Guardians wouldn't like resurrect his family after his I think Cyborg Superman like killed his family or something like that. So he goes nuts. He kills all of the Green Lanterns and he takes all their rings. And there's a comic book iconic cover of him with this maniacal look on his face, just like this. And he has all the rings on his fingers. And Hal Jordan is like, just like quintessential good guy, So for him to be in this state was crazy. So I had Mache, I said, hey man, can you put my face on this comic book cover and then have my fingers up here like I'm going crazy. And he's like, oh yeah, I can do it. And of course he did. So there's a girl named Ruth, and she's on Instagram at Lovenkicks, Lovenkicks. So if you look, Stranger Things, but obviously Kofi Kingston, she infused my logo with that, and then had the evolution of the Demogorgon from, you know, the little worm all the way up into the Demogorgon, and then to me. So I thought that was really cool. You know, she's on the come up. Same thing.
Fire.
Dude gave me these. His name on Instagram is GOI Kicks. And anyone who knows me knows that I'm a really big gamer. So he infused my image with my love for Mortal Kombat in particular. Here's the logo for Mortal Kombat 11. So Kingston 11. It took me 11 years to win the WWE Championship. So there's like a little double entendre there.
Gentlemen, it's priceless. We get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Round 4. Show off your best sneaker to flex with a championship title. In 3, 2, 1, show.
Skirt.
These are the Asics Gel A3's collaboration with the homie Wale and Avila at the time. This is the Intercontinental title, Team Gel A3. Now the old school IC title didn't have the white strap, it had the blue strap, and it had a lot of gold on it. So Wale went old school with the belt. And I know that Kofi and the boys also got this pair because we're all family.
Well, these very, very emotional with these, you know what I'm saying? And again, Mache knocked these out of the park. These are Earl Adapt BBs, and I wore these when I won the WWE Championship at last year's WrestleMania 2019. So if you look at the art, it's Basquiat inspired, you know, and if you know Basquiat's story, he was a guy who wasn't supposed to get into the fine arts world, you know, by all standards. He didn't fit in, you know, but he just kept on knocking at the door, and eventually he became friends with Andy Warhol, you know, and now Basquiat has like the highest selling painting ever in the history of the world, you know? So this is a guy, again, who was not supposed to be there, and he ended up getting there. For me, I wrestled for 11 years on the main roster. I won all types of titles, never got a chance to even wrestle for the big one, the WWE Championship. Took 11 years of fighting to get to this point. So just like Basquiat knocked down the door, it was actually E's idea to have Basquiat-inspired gear, and our designer, Jonathan Davenport, just nailed the designs like out of the park. And I sent these over to Mache, and he was able to deliver.
This is the actual Cactus Jack Thor. So obviously we know about the Travis Scott, you know, the Oilers colorway. But I wanted to make a little thing for the first Cactus Jack, who obviously won the first hardcore title. And, you know, this is a representation, and I felt like it was a good way to fall into the category doing it like that.
All right, Jose, talk to me.
Cool. So, Mache, I'll start with you. Those Asics gel-lights are looking like they're going for around 200 on average. Great shoe, obviously, you know, Wale, shout out to Wale, come on the show. And then, Kofi, we all know the answer to this, but, you know, you can't really price fine art, you know? Like, if we're in a bid right now, I think the bids are going to keep going up. So my question to you is, if you were to ever get rid of that sneaker, what would you get rid of it for?
I would never get rid of it. I would never. I mean, even like hypothetically, like I'm a big sneaker hoarder. Like I mentioned earlier, I have every single one of the sneakers that I've ever wrestled in my garage. That's from 2008 until now. Actually, even before that, to be honest, before I debuted on TV, I own all the pairs. So I don't get rid of anything, man. Like, they just mean too much. I mean, you know what I mean? Like the first African-born champion ever. You know what I'm saying? Like how could I sell these? I can
Not for sale. Not for sale.
Moving on to the final round, round 5. This round is called Battler's Choice. Whatever heat you want to use against your opponent, now is the time to do so. In 3, 2, 1, show.
Yeet.
Oh.
Look, man, these are NMD masterminds. They had a collaboration. Up until this point, I'd never really purchased like a really, really expensive pair of sneakers. And actually going back to that sneaker shopping episode that we did with y'all on Complex. And then of course, you know, at Flight Club, like they had these, and I'm like, oh my God, this to me is their best collaboration. These are my grails, man.
This is actually a pair that Mayer doesn't have. This is the Friends and Family Soulfly Jordan 1. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, and I jumped through hoops to make sure I got this pair. It's all about the U.
About the U. The Nike acronyms. So I ended up being in Los Angeles like maybe a month before these came out. I bought them for like way more than they're going for now. I think they go for around like maybe 200 now. I think I paid 800 for them. But at the time, like I had never had a pair of sneakers that nobody else had. And I seen Mache with these on too at one point, and I was like, yo. I think you were actually one who I saw with these on, but they're so comfortable. They're light, you know.
Awesome airport shoes.
Yeah. Most def with the zipper on the side, you know what I'm saying? So like, kind of like a little like high fashion element to them, but yo, they're Prestos, you know what I'm saying? These are the New England Patriots 6-time champion.
The Robert Kraft special.
It's in the Robert Kraft special, yeah. I don't even really rock Air Force Ones like this, kind of the same things with the SB Dunk lows. I feel like my feet look funny. Maybe my calves are too skinny to rock these, I don't know. So this right here is actual confetti that came from Super Bowl, what was it? Yeah, I'll read it to you right now. The confetti in this bag was collected from the field at Mercedes-Benz Stadium after Super Bowl 53 on February 3rd, 2019. So this Super Bowl is the last Super Bowl that Tom Brady won with the Patriots.
Tom Sachs, wide guards. And this is Big E's favorite shoe.
I was just about to say.
He got these on sneaker shopping too, didn't he?
Yes, that was the same episode that we went sneaker shopping with. And he ended up getting the Mars yards.
And then lastly, I'm gonna make a little debut here.
Oh.
This is the first ever Mache shoe under my own independent.
Golly.
I'm debuting them here.
That's what's up, man.
That's your boy.
Something that I've been working on for a very long time, and I'm very proud of it. You know, as a sneaker artist, I think that was kind of the next step in what I do. And yeah, I figured I would share it with my complex family because you guys have shown so much love for me, and I figured what better way than to share my first shoe.
Very nice. Mache, do we have an official name for that shoe?
It's the Centralia, and it's based off of the graffiti highway in Pennsylvania it's now a ghost town. It was a deserted highway, had graffiti all over it.
We'll have Jose close it out. Give us some prices.
All right, so I'll start with you, Kofi. Those NMD Masterminds are going for around 800 on average. Obviously, amazing shoe. And then Mache, those Soulflies, a little all over the place, but it looks like they're going for around 5,000 on average. And there's a lot of people that flex with those, so I'm glad you got a pair. But I definitely want to shamelessly rep these again. 2 days in a row. I did this yesterday, but this is for a different week. Does anybody know what these are? Trophies, the RKK. This, I don't get to bring out enough, so whenever I get the opportunity, I'm going to show them off. I do want to take this opportunity, since we're talking about prices, maybe for Mache, where can we get those? How much are they going to cost? What's the deal?
So we're going to be relaunching the website. It's been a lot of stuff, we're doing apparel with it. We're doing a whole big thing. I want to do it right. So we'll be on the MacheCustoms.com site exclusively. Price point's going to be, it's luxury runner, so we're going to be looking in that $300, $350 range.
Shout out to the viewers, save up your coins and definitely go get them.
And that concludes another episode of Sneaker Battle. Thank you to these two gentlemen for throwing it down on the Sneaker Gauntlet. Follow both of them on their social medias to get up-to-date information on what they have going on. And obviously, vote on the pairs, not the prices. Leave in the comments below who won this battle. And we'll see you on the next episode. Peace!